Okay, well, let's bring in Luciano Zaccara. He's an associate professor of Gulf politics at Qatar University. Thanks again for joining us here in the studio. First of all, if we can start with what Paddy was talking about there. Despite what the US says, I mean, they've really given a strong indication that they're actually invested in this war continuing rather than trying to bring it to a close.
Well, actually, what it's showing is that the United States is facing a lot of contradictions. On one hand, on the other hand, there are a lot of people that is not happy with how the U.S. is behaving in this particular context. It's the second time that the United States approved emergency aid, military aid to Israel along this conflict, meaning that they are not sure that the Congress will pass that. Because even within the Democrat Party, there are a lot of people that they are considering that the U.S. should rethink the overall relation with Israel and the unconditional support to what it's doing. So it's showing on one hand that there is some change. Public opinion in the U.S., politicians are changing opinion, but the U.S. cannot deviate from that long-term interest and long-term alliance that it has with Israel and with the support of Israel wherever it happens.
Yeah, I guess the point that many people have been making is how is selling more deadly weapons to Israel to kill thousands of Palestinians within Gaza? How is that in the interests of US national security?
Well, that's the whole point. We don't understand that this is helping the US, considering that what is doing the US in the region is not providing the United States more support in the region, but on the other hand, more backlash on what they are doing. And this double standard is being raised by many people. Even different initiatives that the United States is trying to do, like having a coalition in the Red Sea, is not getting the support that he expected from the Arab countries. More Arab countries will try not to engage in direct negotiation with the United States in different aspects that have to do with security, as far as the United States keeps this double standard, pressuring Israel supposedly, on the other hand, still providing guns.
Yeah. We've also heard in the last few hours that South Africa's launched a case accusing Israel of genocide at the UN's International Court of Justice. How significant is that, or is it more of a symbolic move, do you think?
It's symbolic but significant on some aspects. South Africa itself suffered from apartheid, so being a country that suffered from apartheid, considering that what is doing Israel is wrong in terms of the history of South Africa is relevant in terms of giving a message to the whole international community. If it is practical, we don't know. I mean, the International Court of Justice is not the particular court that decides about genocide or war crimes. It's the other court.
Yes.
But in the other court, Israel considers that it has no jurisdiction at all. It's not even signatory of those agreements. It's a good way to start a process that is already there. I mean, many files were already submitted to both International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court against Israel from 2014 onwards. Nothing has been decided yet, mainly because Israel considers that they are not abiding with that.
Yeah, and I guess it is a way to keep the international pressure on Israel and the United States as well.
Yes,
South Africa has been very prominent and vocal in leading the condemnation of Israel. Do you think that others, the Arab states, should be doing more along the lines of what South Africa is doing here?
I truly believe, yes, that they should be doing more. I mean, even Latin American countries, I'm from Latin American background, so Latin American countries have been very vocal, more vocal as African and Latin American countries than Middle East countries themselves. So I think something can be done, despite the fact that the Arab leaders have been traveling, visiting different capitals, trying to gather diplomatic support to different initiatives, mediation, etc., etc. But I think that these kind of legal measures can be also started from the Arab countries.
OK, thank you so much for your insight. We really do appreciate it. This Luciano Zaccara. Thank you.